All right, we try one more time. My damn internet, man. Jeez, don't hold that against me, okay? It's not me. It's not me. It's the internet. Mr. Elon Musk, compliments of Mr. Elon Musk. His Starlink works when it wants to work. It works pretty good most of the time. Ah, ah. Where have I been? Those of you guys that want to know, I've just been working, working. Have not been stopping to do anything else. Um, just life, man. Just having life, the real life thing over here. It's been a lot, man. It's been a lot. I'm not gonna go into details. Y'all don't need to know that. But the biggest thing is trains, man. It's been a minute. These are just toys, right? Are they considered a toy? For real? Adult toy. That didn't sound right? But yeah, okay. Yeah, they're models, toys for adults that are very expensive. Let's put it like that. Okay. Um, Before we get into this, thank everybody that's been coming by seeing HO Powertrain. Of course, we are way out there with our videos. We are way different than the normal stuff you normally see. We're pretty much over here, okay? That's the way we do. That's realistic for me. That's how I do my stuff. That's authentic to me and my signature on things. So, again, thank y'all guys for coming by and enjoying what we're doing also. We've been having a lot of new people on board also. Thank you guys also. Um, I'm very much appreciative for the people that do watch HO Powertrain. Give a like, give their opinions when they can. That's what it's about. I mean, you have the criticism. That's what helps us learn, and those are encouraged to do more of. Okay, keep this thing rolling and keep us doing this. Right, that's what we want to do. Um, I've just been thinking, man. I've been thinking for a minute, for a while, about all these great layouts I see. Okay, there's a lot of great layouts I see out there, and a lot of these great layouts don't have much recognition, and they're beautiful layouts. And a lot of people that have those layouts on YouTube, we're talking about, they're either walking away from the hobby. You don't see or hear from them. Not sure what's going on, but it's kind of sad to see that a lot that went into their layout, and pretty much you don't see any kind of recognition or people talking about their stuff. um it sucks, but whereas you have Joe Blow over here that's still Plywood Pacific, right? Nothing against anybody that's still in Plywood Pacific, but they're getting all this versus somebody that has a completed layout, and it's sad to see, because they people do deserve recognition. They do. Hey, Outlaw Railroader, how you doing? So the moral of that is, I want to encourage you guys. Let me tell you, YouTube is free. Anybody can do YouTube. Uh, get on there, show your stuff. Um, you will have people that's going to be jealous and hate on it, but you know what? Don't even worry about that. Keep rolling, my friend. Show your stuff. Don't be afraid to. A lot of that stuff people are afraid to show is because they see these people with these big clubs and these big layouts, and they're, oh man, that just has to be so perfect like this, and people see that, they run. Okay, they run from that, and what it does, it locks model railroading in my opinion, where people are afraid to even show their stuff off. Okay, I've been seeing that a lot lately, and it's quite sad to see. So what I'm saying is, don't be afraid, man. Whatever you have a loop. You got guys pushing a a switching layout more than what they even trying to talk about loops, right? Let's just say this: model railroading is model railroading, no matter which way you look at it. It doesn't matter if you're running a train on a freaking floor, okay? Do your stuff. Don't be influenced by these bigger guys, cereal box advertisers, I call them, because that's what they are. They're cereal box advertisers. And they're just trying to look for a buck and clout, and they'll tell you how they think it should be. Don't look at that, guys. Show your stuff, okay? Um, I'm here to tell you the truth, and I'm here to encourage the people, the small people. I'm considered small also, to keep doing your stuff. Don't stop. Show it. So, yeah, that's it's very, very sad to see there less recognition on those people. You know, it's sad to see that. Oh, with that said, these locomotives are very expensive, right? That brings on to another topic of you do what you can afford, correct? So you go to eBay, you buy a locomotive for 20, 30. It does, it don't really matter. Times are hard. Inflation is kicking in. Inflation right now is through the ass. It's through the roof. People can't afford a $320 locomotive. I know I can't. Not right now, I can't. So I'm pretty much stumped. And good for the person that can. Nothing against y'all, but not everybody can shell out 300 and something bucks for a locomotive, okay? So I'm with you guys that has to go down to the lower end of locomotives, Walders or, you smaller brands, I understand how that is, because right now people are trying to survive, people are trying to make it, and at the end of the day, we can't afford these high-end DCC locomotives. I quit buying them. I'll tell you that right now. They're just too expensive, okay? That's for my pocketbook. They might have a freaking millionaire over here that got money. He can buy 100 of them some bitches, but that's on him. That's what he can do. But for me, that's working, saving my money, trying to live and survive in this world, I got to downgrade, and I got to run what I got. And I'm very happy with what I got, okay? Again, we earned everything with my money on buying all my stuff. Pretty much everything over here is bought out of my pocket. There's nothing with, somebody mentioned something with Atlas the other day. There's nothing with Atlas. Nobody's giving me anything. All this is out my pocket. All right. So yeah, I can understand how, people will feel bad that they don't have the higher end stuff. It's just so expensive. Hell, like for us, we're not retired. I'm not retired. I don't have no check coming in the mail. I got to get out there, get in it, and get mine to buy my stuff, okay? Nobody gives me shit. And, that's the way it is over here. So, yeah, the moral of this is absolutely do what you can do. Do it how you want to do it. And don't be discouraged by no rivet counter or nobody that's in them big groups. You got to do certain things to get into a club or something to be, oh, look at me, I'm part of it. That's what separates model railroading, in my opinion, because people think they're up here and we're all really on the same page of model railroading. Well, I run my stuff like this. You should be here. No. We're not. We don't do that. We encourage. We want everybody to do this and to show that everybody can do this. Okay. Don't be afraid to pimp those train show bargains, right? Absolutely. That's another thing. Train show, good topic right there, Outlaw. Yeah, absolutely. Train show. Here's the thing for me. Everybody tells me, go to train shows. And I'm like, find me a train show in a 200-mile radius around me and I'll go. But I don't have no train shows around here. None. Zero. I might have a little hobby store about 100 miles from me. And it's just not in my everyday thing to go to that. I just don't have that around me. So I got to go on eBay. I'm sourced through online retail. It sucks, but it's real life. It's realistic, but that's how I have to do my stuff here. If you even talk about a model train around here, they'll pull out the pitchforks over here. So people don't look at that over here. People are just trying to make it. survive. This world is not getting easier. It's rough out there, man. It's rough. Um, but yeah, at the end of the day, yeah, any way you can save your dollar doing this, uh, you see DCC. DCC is a cool thing to have. I could understand that. But then you see all this higher technology come out, and it's like, bro, how? Again, this is a business. Model railroading is a business. It's a just like any other business out there. It's a money making business, and if you're buying stuff, you're contributing to it. You're part of it. It doesn't matter how you buy it. That's what model railroading is. It's a business. It's a hobby, and it's considered a business. Money flowing, money out. So, yeah, you got these larger groups over here buying this locomotive over here. As long as you can dig in your pocket, you can buy the same thing also. There it is. That's a DC locomotive running right now. That thing runs great. So yeah, I pretty much want to say how I feel about things and how things are. That's just real life. Now, when I go to eBay and buy locomotives, I haven't been, but when I do, it'll probably be DC. It'll be a DC locomotive, nothing DCC. I have plenty of DCC, and I'm happy with what I got. It's just, yeah, man. It's crazy to see that. It's crazy. So again, don't be embarrassed of what you got or how you're running your stuff, or if you run a Bachman train, you went to Hobby Lobby and bought a Bachman train set. It doesn't matter, man. People is gonna knock Bachman all day long. That's another thing. People knock train companies. It's like, bro, some people can't afford what you're buying. Okay, why knock this train company? This train company is geared for people to afford it. That's what they're geared to. Ding, ding, ding. It's geared to that, right? People just don't understand that. They automatically slash these companies down and they say, "Oh man, it's some junk." It's this. It might be junk to you, but it's not junk to the person that can't afford it. Not everybody got money falling out of the ass, right? So if you're rewatching this live mean well, and it's meaning towards the everyday person that wants to do it and they can't afford it, right? This is what this is leaning to. We see that. It's not going unseen, okay? Not over here. And you're gonna have all this other stuff. Don't hold yourself to that. Just do what you can and enjoy how you do it, right? This one fell off the freaking counter, bro. Shattered this locomotive all in the back and in the front. Had a lot going on with this one. We got her going again, though. Oh, yeah, it's been a couple of weeks since I've done a live. These lives don't work out for me because the internet, man. The internet never holds up. I always have trouble. So yeah, don't be afraid to leave your thoughts on my stuff. Feel free to come by. Again, thank everybody for coming by. It's very, very much appreciative. And again, we run stuff over here authenticated on how I am. Okay. No, we're not a professional. We trip up. We make mistakes, but we learn and we keep going. Okay. If Sam, you're gonna watch it. Sam, I got your train running right now, coming up to the camera. That's a great locomotive. Had Sam donated to the channel a while back, and thank you again, Sam, for that. That's an awesome locomotive, bro. I appreciate that. That's DC. It runs. It just works, man. DCC, again, we talk about this all the time, but DCC is finicky. It is. If your track is not clean, your wheels aren't clean, you're going to have spitting, you're going to have sputtering, you're going to have a lot of problems with DCC. So just keep that in mind as a tip, okay? Outlaw, it's working good so far. I'm hearing you loud and oh, thank you, man. Yeah, that's it. Discourages me to come do them because when I'm in the middle of a live and I just, it just drops off. It's like, oh man. Oh well, fuck it. It'll be all right. I just got off of work. Just got off of work. Work for the past 2 weeks just been driving me in the ground, man. It's been something else lately. But that's the real life thing. Got to go to work. Got to pay bills. Got to do this to get our train right. The ketchup bottle train holder. Oh. Oh. Hey Troy, what's going on, man? How you doing? So yeah, that's what was on my mind. A lot of these smaller guys starting to try to show their stuff and they're not getting a whole lot of recognition. Hang in there, folks. Hang in there. Keep showing your stuff. Don't give up, man. Don't give up for nobody. Keep doing what you're doing. You got to believe in your stuff. You have to be real with your stuff, and that's what's going to push you to do your stuff even more. You can't, it's got to come from within. This shit, you can't just throw it. And if you're looking for YouTube, you're doing YouTube, and you're just start trying to say, "Oh, I'm gonna get rich." That's the wrong way to look at it. Do it because you want to do it. You feel it. You have to have it in here, in your heart, and you'll see things coming together. Yeah, work. Yeah, Chicago snow. Okay, tow truck. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. That's the big part that nobody sees, like what goes on way out there. We see what we see in front of a camera, and people tend to judge a person what they see on the camera, and they don't know what goes on out there. And it's something else. But at the end of the day, yeah, anybody can start YouTube, anybody can show their stuff. Don't be afraid to do your stuff, man. I gotta get me some more train cars, bro. I don't have enough. And I gotta do couplers. That's just more money. More money. That's what that is, bro. And they say, well, David, you don't have all these train cars. You're not doing this. You're not doing that. I'm like, bro, you know what this shit costs? It's not cheap. It ain't cheap. Anybody says it is, it's not. Yeah. Work. I know. Yeah. I was thinking like last week, I was like, I'm gonna go do my live. I'm gonna go do my live. Work wouldn't allow it. It was like, what you gonna do? You can't tell the boss man nothing. Like, go home then. Can't do that. But we do it when we can, and we have fun doing it. That's what's up, man. But I hope everybody's been watching, been doing good. They're learning something from my channel. Um, Even seeing, I don't know how I could say this, but yeah, just learning something from my channel, and we're just trying to be helpful. That's all we're trying to do. Trying to be helpful, trying to show what we do and what we did, and bringing you guys along with me. Because, like I said, around here, there's nobody that does model railroading. Nobody. They think it's a whole different thing, but yep, the struggle is real. Oh yeah, yeah, the struggle is real. That's everyday life, man. You got to keep on getting up, keep that spirit bright, bro. Shine bright, and keep going. And they will have people to always try to step on you. You keep going, no matter what. Keep going. It's the way it is, man. My channel reflects that. My channel reflects that in a lot of ways of walking alone, isolation, and people just, a lot of people just being haters and jealousy and stuff like that. And my channel represents as keep going. I see it for what it is, and I just keep going. Why? Because we want to do this and we want to help people, man. People don't seem to see that. They don't seem to care when it comes down to that. And it's like, man, the hell? I'm just trying to help, man, and have fun. This is a little getting away from the real shit out there and just come and have a little fun on here, right? uh, yeah, Sam, that train just runs, bro. That DC, that's a Walters train. I'm investing in Walters. There's some good locomotives. I have other manufacturers. I'm not going to go into names and details and talking about other manufacturers. I don't believe in giving bad names for other manufacturers. Everybody's trying, right? Everybody's trying. They're trying to do this. They're trying. So I don't believe in that. But I do have manufacturers that derail brand new stuff versus other ones. So we'll leave it like that. Thing is, not every locomotive is created equal. I'll put it to you like that. It's raining. Damn. Okay. Yeah, we good. So yeah, that's another thing. Definitely some locomotives run different than others. So if you're having a locomotive derailing and the other one isn't, you have to kind of go into detail and to see why. Really watch how the locomotive runs. Get down to see how your trucks are moving down below, and you can whatever runs on your layout. Preferably, that's what I like to do is stay to that manufacturer. But you have different scenarios and people blame it on certain things, but you got to kind of look out for that. Modern, Troy. It's a modern. It's I'm keeping it pretty much modern. Almost put a sea creature on it the other day by the mountain, attacking one of the trains. Yeah, it's modern, Troy. I'm not funny as in putting certain locomotives on my track. I run everything. I'm not into all that. I want to be able to see my big boy chug. I mean that's just the way it is for me. None of that bothers me. I'm not one of those rivet counters, right? Do I look like a cereal box commercial guy to you? Just joking, man. I'm not a cereal box salesman. You have plenty of that already. These are model trains. At the end of the day, they're considered an adult toy, and it brings me joy. And I like to do this. So I'm not tying myself to a specific thing on my layout. Because if I start that shit, I wouldn't want to do it. That's just for me. I wouldn't want to do something like that. It's like me going, yeah, I'm not going to do something like that. I got to get back to work on this layout, man. I got a lot more stuff to do. The flow of money for this has been slow lately, man. It's just been really, really, really tight. It's just my hobby, right? So, no, guys, whoever's watching this, I do have a job. I don't sit at home and play with trains all day. I do go to work and do a lot of stuff to come in to be able to do this. Pre-pandemic, I have two RS and E8, so yeah, we run. Yeah, absolutely. That's what, that's how you get your joy out of it, to me. Um, if I have to start documenting things and doing that card stuff that they do, whatever, you're not, that's everybody each his own, but for me, I can't, no, I keep model railroading how I remember it, trying to bring back my inner child from when I was a kid, I don't know, it's just something for me, the nostalgia of it. There's some sort of nostalgia. That's the thing with model railroading. It's a big nostalgia with it. And everybody, most of the people can say that their parents started off with them. And they just kind of hold on to that. And over the years, they grow into that where they can get more of a highly detailed layout. So I think it's the nostalgia of it. And it's very important to keep that nostalgia, because if we make this a job at the end of the day, we don't have nothing, Uh, when I flick them lights on and I come put my train, and if it's DC and I turn that switch, just turn it on. I just like watching my trains run. It's like just, looking at what I created. Um, it brings out that wow factor. Man, look what I did versus just some tracks and, and you're not seeing anything. I'm just like, wow, it's some sort of a feeling, and you should feel that way. People say, "Oh no, you can't feel like that. You're arrogant." No, you're not. You're happy at what you built. You're happy at what you made. You know, but people tend to see that as some sort of arrogant thing, but it's not. It's your inner being. Yeah, absolutely, Troy. Absolutely. It relaxes the stress. I mean, go out there in that freaking world. By the time you get back in the day, you just want to. Oh man. Oh. Life is hard enough, bro. Life is hard enough. Um, there's enough in life to keep you hurting, keep you down. I know that's how it is for me, and this what kind of takes us away from that. I started doing my Hot Wheels on this channel. Oh, it's a train channel. You can't show Hot Wheels. Yeah, I can. I like to collect. You know, it doesn't matter how I look in people's eyes on that part because that's what I want to do. At the end of the day, you have to do what makes you happy. If it's not bringing you joy, if it's not making you happy, then what the fuck are you doing? You have to. You know, yeah. Absolute calming. Yep. You have to feel this. There's 100,000 different reasons, and for you, you know your own reason to do it. Yeah. I don't know what I'm buying next. It probably will be a building of some sort. Right now, I'm just pretty much stuck on scratch building, painting, adding rocks to mountains. That rock video was pretty cool the other day. That short video I did. That's another thing. You don't need all this expensive shit to build your stuff. You don't need all that. You know, do it cheap. And save you money, man. Again, we don't know what direction the world is going, and it's going into a something else right now. Hopefully, we get picked back up, and we can start having money again. Again, I'm not a rich person. I am a low-end, middle-class guy trying to make it in this world. Therapeutic, yep. So anyway, you can save money. Anyway, go for it. It might not look like Blow Joe over here with his fancy molds that cost all kind of money, but hell, you got yours pretty close and for hardly nothing. that's a big thing in hobbies nowadays, you know, trying to save money, because again, these locomotives aren't cheap. Yep, therapeutic, Troy, absolutely. Damn, that locomotive just runs, bro. That thing just runs. There's no major get word. There's no major problems I have with my layout. Um no issues I need to really look at. All my track is buckled down tight in the back. No problems with humidity. Surprising the hell out of me. And it's been doing good in that large layout back there, man. So as long as you do your stuff correct on your layout, um, pretty sturdy, you shouldn't have any problems. Uh, for me, again, I have Atlas system throughout everything. No problems, none, zero problems. Had people tell me about the frogs on my switches, because I showed my switch, and again, I'm still looking for these problems and I'm not getting them. You know, they're not even powered frogs. It's like, dude, just because you have a problem with your shit doesn't mean I don't have problems with mine. Or maybe sometimes people just want to have something to bitch about, right? They just want to have something to bitch about, saying that's junk. I think that might be a lot of it. Uh, but it's all good. I bought some static grass, man. That was the last thing I purchased. A bag of static grass, like this much. In fact, I'll show you it. This bag right here. This is some 10 millimeter dead grass. $35, man. For this. For this. I can't complain, because who's crazy for buying it? Number, man. I was like, bro. Almost $40 for that. I was like, man, but it's a certain kind of grass. It's like, when I started this journey, things were a little expensive, but it wasn't on where it's at now. Inflation, man. Inflation took over and just boom, blew everything up, man. A lot of shit got expensive quick. Cool, Outlaw Rider. How long is your mainline run? Cool, man. If we count this L, geez, so let's say 18, 60, 58, 18. Let's see how long that is. Let's see. Around 75 foot, one way, just one way. That's including from how it's set up in here in the L all the way to the back. It's about 75 foot run. Total, shit. That'd be some math I'd have to figure out. Yeah, so just against the wall all the way back to the mountain in the back is around 75 foot. Something like that. Maybe 70-ish, something like that. It's as long as it's building, just to run like this. And surprisingly, those runs run great, no problems. Even that that Devil Mountain Helix runs good. How I did Devil Mountain, if you want to know, I have the video on it. I built the the curves out of plywood, you know, and I staged them up. And back then I wasn't that good with inclines, so I messed up going from like 2 to 3.5%. Okay, but I built a sub base first. Okay, then I came around it with styrofoam, and I covered it with plaster shop towels. I dipped my shop towels in plaster cloth, and I lay it over it. That was a simple way to do it. Have you ever drawn your? No, I haven't, Outlaw. No. I can do something. Let's see. It's I could do a little something right here. Does something like this, and it goes out like this. Comes back like this. Comes back something like this. Let's see what I can come up with for you. Well, yeah, there's something like this. Then you have a guesstimate on how it looks. It gives you an idea, but I'm gonna do a better job of it. But it kind of looks like that. Actually, this wing comes out about like this. And this is 70 foot. This is about 50 something foot. Something like that. It's hard to say. Something like this. You got Devil Mountain. Here. Devil Mountain's here. I'm gonna do a better job drawing it. But yeah. Yeah, I'll have to do a better draw up. I'll draw it up and I'll show you on the next live, maybe. I'll take my time and draw it better. That's just on the whim. The design is like this, okay? That's how the design is. Sort of like that. I'm not an artist, right? I'm an artist in my own way of building my layout. But go on my videos, and you can see when I walk into my building, you can see it against the wall, how it comes back here. You can kind of get a sense of how things are laid out, you know. I got a lot of room, so I built it where it took up a lot of that room in the back, and I built that layout different than what you normally see, because I wanted to move around in it. I didn't want to feel so crammed up. I wanted to have a lot of mobility. So I built my aisles so I can work on it. I can go around my aisles and I can grab every part of my layout. Everything on my layout, I have no issue getting to. I designed it in that manner. I knew I didn't want to have that trouble of getting to things. That's the way I designed it. I wanted to get in, out, around, not feeling crammed up. I hate being crammed up. That's why I took this off here. Plus, I wanted to put my displays of Hot Wheels on this wall. So I just felt too crammed up, and I really wasn't using it. Okay, and I said, I have a layout. I have enough layout. So I took this down, and I'm gonna move it to the back somewhere. Dude, that's impressive. While I'm sitting here watching that loco doing laps, is about 3 minutes and 15 minutes to make one lap. Yeah, I mean, it's about half speed. Thank you. Yeah, and it hasn't derailed yet. People say, yeah, but you're giving it a glory run. No, I'm not. The thing just runs, bro. Quit being jealous, I tell them. I get them haters that tell me that shit. Yep, thank you. Yeah, well, it has to make a loop in here, go back, go across that mountain, like you see in my shorts coming across that big mountain, loop around, head back to the back of the layout, come back forward, go back again. There's a lot of back and forths. All Atlas track. All of this is Atlas. So whoever says that Atlas is crap, they full of it. You're seeing it run right now. You can save some money with Atlas, you know. That's another thing, saving a little money with it. That's why I bought Atlas, you know. It's like, why I want to spend that much on that other track when I can buy Atlas for cheaper and plentiful. Let's use my common sense here. No, we gotta shell out all our money for the best track. Mine runs just as good too. No, no, we're standardized. What does that mean? Well, I like the ones that say it's boring watching a train go in a circle. I'm like, okay, what are you leaning to? Oh, I'm leaning to a back and forth. I'd rather watch that train go in a circle than that shit's boring. Code 83, Outlaw. Code 83, no issues. I run all new stuff, even some older blue boxes, no problems. Code 83. I don't see too much of a difference with Code 83 versus Code 100. As long as you're getting nickel, silver rails, that's important. But yeah, the older stuff, I'll stay away from. But between 83 and 100, unless you have a shit ton of locomotives, the older stuff, I would just go with 100 because you're gonna have trouble with your trucks or wheels, should I say? All Code 83, my friend. Oh yeah, back for that shit is boring. Oh. But each his own, man. You do what the hell you want to do, right? It's like when people say that, it's like, bro, why are you trying to discourage a loop layout? What's the deal with that? You know? Why are you trying to do that shit? The person remembers a loop layout. Let them run a loop layout or quit trying to kill that notion. I hate that. Code 83. And by all means, my stuff is not perfect here. My stuff is not perfect. That's a great example of showing how you can get it okay, run cheaper stuff, and it works. You know, it just proves things right. You know. I need some more co-loads, man. I had fun building them co-loads when I made them, and it's just something about co-loads that I like to see. And more graffiti. I had a comment, I think it's Willard, if you're watching this, the comment he asked was, how hard is it to graffiti in N-scale? Not hard. All you need is a Posca pen, my friend. A Posca pen or some kind of marker pen, I would call it, like a paint pen, something like this, and just get after graffitiing. It's not hard. Andrew, if you're seeing this, that's how you do it. Troy, all I can say is we have our person. I use Atlas Flex and Pico Code 100, which half and half switching. Yep. Everybody's got their preferences, Troy. This is all relatable on what I do here. And the biggest thing is, people trying to discourage the notion of, like, I have all my Atlas track, right? They try to discourage that notion is where I'm at, and I'm here to say that it works. All depends on space. 4x8 is cool, but space allows around the walls is the best. Yep, 4x8 works good, especially if you want to do HO scale. You don't have a lot of space. Yeah, 4x8, the normal 4x8. Yeah, and let me tell you, you can do a lot. You can always build up, okay? But you can do a lot with 4x8, man. There's a lot you can do. Double main line. You start with your 18 on the inside, your 22 on the outside. Spurs coming off, mountains in there. There's a lot you can do with that. Of course, in scale on a 4x8, you can build a good little empire with that. Nothing against in scale. In scale has its place. But for me, I have the room and I want to play on a bigger locomotive, right? But yeah. I wanted to do some O scale a while back. I'm glad I didn't, because I don't think I could afford it right now. But I did want to get into it. Again, I'm glad I didn't, because that thing just takes up wicked, crazy room. A lot of room, It's nice to see, but I couldn't play on that scale, man. Yep, absolutely. Yeah, the typical around the wall, you see that a lot. Yeah. This section does this and here. Then I branch off into my big branch back there. All because of mobility. I wanted to be able to get in there. And I got doors in certain places where I like to open in the summer, let the heat out. That's the way I built it. Oh yeah. But again, each his own, man. I'm not trying to say do it like me. Hell no. You got your own thing, bro. I'm just trying to save money and encourage. Don't be afraid to do your stuff. Don't ever be afraid to do it and be embarrassed on how you're doing your stuff, man. Screw that shit. Each got their own signature, and each of us has different talents that we bring to the table. Yeah, Troy. Yeah, O scale is out the ass, man. It's like, damn. I'm glad I didn't get it. I'm blessed that I didn't pull the trigger on that. God stopped me in that manner, man. No. There's no way I could afford that. O scale, HO scale, in my opinion, it's hard to beat HO scale, man. It's hard to beat it. It's a good scale, great scale. You can really grab onto this thing, not worrying about breaking too much stuff. Good size. And again, it's the space. I understand. I know how it is. Choo choo. Yeah, so just because I have these expensive locomotives doesn't mean that, I don't like running the cheaper stuff. I have DC. I'm running DC. I like to run DC. Again, I repeat this all the time. It works. DC works, bruh. Yeah. Applied voltage. She's trucking. Troy, where are you at in your layout? Outlaw Railroader, where are y'all at in y'all layouts? What's up with y'all? What y'all doing? If you don't mind me asking. What else? What else? What else? What else we got? In my youth, N scale was horrible. O scale wasn't mature yet. Just big clunky line L. By the time modern O scale became the high detail part of it, now I was too deep in it. Yeah, yeah. And no regrets. Outlaw Railroad, I feel you. But I'm glad I didn't get into O scale. Glad, man. That's a scale where you're gonna have to have some money to play on that scale, just to basically throw away. um, yeah, yeah. I'm glad I'm in the HO scale. And again, I have experience in N scale. I enjoyed N scale, but the thing was the buildings, man. Like building the buildings for that, it was just like, oh. For me, I just couldn't do it. It was in here, the layout, and it was oh no. I started putting together those little trucks. I forgot the name of those trucks. I have one here, I think. Let's see if I still have it. Oh shit! I know. Yeah, right here. That right there. That's in scale. See, in scale. That one. I was put together those trucks, and man, it was just too much. If anybody has an in scale layout and they want this, hit me up in my Gmail. I'll send it to you. I will give you this. I'm not going to use it. It's just chilling out in the drawer. So there you have it, in scale. Contact my Gmail and I'll send you this. It's not much, but what I'm going to do with it in my drawer, right? I'm all over the place, so I still have to get the yard completed. Got boat mains done, working on track work and scenery. Okay. Cool. Yeah, the scenery part. Yeah, I'm like that, Troy. I'm all over the place. Yeah, I find myself getting more progress done being all over the place. Uh, for me, it's the best way to do it for me. Kind of do a little bit here. Okay, that's enough. Go over here. All right, yeah. I got divorced a few years back, and I was kind of forced to tear down my artist layout. I was away from the hobby. I'm getting back in. And I'm starting 4x8 just to get. Yeah, Outlaw. I'm sorry to hear that, man. Yeah. Stay strong, my brother. Start that 4x8. Yeah. I'll have vids on my channel. Okay, cool. Yeah. Get you going and yep, design you a good little plan, man. You might can grow off of that 4x8. But yeah, starting you something, you can do a lot with that. There's a lot you can do with that. I don't know how many 4x8s I made. I made quite a few growing up. A lot. And they always had a mountain with a trestle in it. Always. Like, what is with me and trestles, man? Cool, brother. That's what's up. Again, it's just something in here that gives you satisfaction on what you created, you know. And like you said, it brings you some sort of stress relieving. And I think all of us can relate on that, you know, on that part. You know, it's tough out there, and you're not alone. I promise you, you're not alone, bro. You're not alone. Don't ever give up on your journey, neither. On YouTube, keep going. Yep, update. That's right. Yep, you got to show what you're doing. Absolutely. Yep, Troy. Y'all keep banging them out, man. Keep doing what you do. Don't worry about the hate. Don't worry about none of that shit. You will have it no matter what. You can, you know, just keep going. Keep going. At the end of the day, everything relies on what you're going to create, what you got to do and not what nobody else is going to bring you to do it. You have to do it for yourself, okay? So make sure you keep that going. Outlaw, did you use much foam board on your layout? I used a lot. Yeah, I used the 1 inch on the back part, the 1 inch, the styrofoam foam. I didn't use the, what is that? The solid foam they call it. It's a solid foam. I didn't use that because I didn't have any around me. I used the BBs. It got white BBs in it, but all on the back layout I used 1 inch layer, like where my uh industry is at. That's all 1 inch. Okay, I could kind of dig down ditches into it. That's why I put it, and for the plywood shifting. Okay, that's the reason why I put foam to dig down and for the plywood moving, because the plywood will move and you got to kind of take into consideration. I mean, it's not going to move to the point where it's going to give you major issues, but it will shift on you. Oh, okay, man. I appreciate that. Yeah, but it will. See, like in here, it's all on plywood. My track, and the plywood does shift. Okay, but not to an extent where it messes my track up. But if you have the foam, I would do it. I would put it down for sure. And if you can't get the foam, at least put you some kind of road bed, cork road bed, or they got other road beds. Something to kind of give that track forgiveness is what I say. It kind of gives that movement. And just take your time with it, Outlaw. Take your time. Do your bench work the way you want to do it. If you if you're a skilled carpenter and you can make your bench work look like furniture, like a something that you see in, take your time. Yep. I have no basement, Troy. I don't. But you can see how I did mine with the valent, the fascia. It's not perfect. It's not perfect. Man, I ain't ran my skull train in a minute, bro. But yeah, that was it. Just wanted to come touch base with the people that's been watching and newcomers that's been coming by. Give appreciation and thanks to everybody. To everybody, sorry, excuse me. Give encouragement like always. And we're going to continue being authentic, continue running our stuff the way we run it, having fun with our channel, and just doing things the way we want to do it, right? So, with that said, guys, thank y'all for coming by. Always leave your opinion. The opinions help to learn, and it's what you think, that helps us learn. We have to have those things, okay? I've learned that putting the lumber in the basement for a couple of weeks, it helps it suffer properly in the basement. Okay, Troy. Hey, that works, Outlaw Railroader. You didn't want to see me build my first layout, or even this one. Let's get it done. Bang, bang, bang. Hey, it's what works, bro. Shit. The HO powertrain's delicate. No, he's not. He's far from delicate, and he's rough on the edges. That's right. Y'all too, man. Y'all have a good one. I'll catch y'all in the next one. See ya later, guys. I'm out of here. Thank y'all again for coming by, okay?